Hi, my name is Helen Kellock and I'm from Glasgow in Scotland, and I'm the author and illustrator of The Star in the Forest, which was published last year by Thames and Hudson. The Star in the Forest is a story of two sisters, Maisie and Pip, who venture one night into a forest after seeing a mysterious object fall from the night sky. And I began working on this story while studying my Masters in Illustration at the Glasgow School of Art in 2018. I came up with the idea one night when I was looking out my bedroom window, which overlooks a forest here in Glasgow, and I couldn't sleep, and I started to think about what it would be like to walk through the dark trees at night. And in my sketchbook I started to scribble two little girls walking through the trees with torches, and it just so happened that that same week I had been to the National Museum in Edinburgh and seen their amazing display of meteors that they have there, and found out that there was something like 20,000 meteors that fall across the earth every year, which I thought was crazy. And so I had these two ideas floating around my head when I started to weave together the story for The Star in the Forest. I wanted the book to have a magical atmosphere and a strong sense of contrast and tone, and was inspired by paintings like Whistler's Nocturne in black and gold and the drippy Nordic scenes in Tove Jansson's Tales. And so I experimented with a whole host of different materials, but ended up working completely by hand using a mixture of watercolour, gouache, watercolour pastels and pencils for the final images in the book. Probably my favourite spread in the book was actually the first one that I worked on, this spread here. And I think why I like this image so much was because it was the first one where I finally coined my approach to light in the book. I started by creating light washes of the lighter colours, and then built upon these gradually using darker tones, and then began working into these using different forms of mark making and textures. And I just really liked the sort of luminous quality that this image had, as well as sense of depth and the composition, and also the nice sense of contrast that I felt like it achieved. So that really kind of, I tried to carry that through the rest of the book. As you can see, I worked, each of the images were produced on single sheets of A2 watercolour paper, which meant anytime I made a mistake I had to start all over again. So I had to therefore make sure that I did very detailed roughs before I began each of the images. But I did really like this approach to creating the images, because it brought a sense of looseness to the paintings, because some of my favourite moments ended up being the things I hadn't planned on, the mistakes or different textures that ended up coming out that I couldn't erase because it was all here on the one image. I didn't have the luxury of working digitally and erasing and overworking the image. That was how I put together my images, and it was just a real pleasure working with Thames and Hudson on this project. They really helped me to refine the story, but also gave me a really good degree of artistic freedom, and I just love the books they put out there, and also their emphasis on really high quality printing. So yeah, I felt like they did a fantastic job of producing the book, and I'm just so honoured to have been shortlisted for the Klaus Flugge Award, and thank you very much for listening.